Hey there, it is Rachel Bailey, and as I am recording this, school has just begun, and you may have found that in the first 2 or 3 days of school, your kids were really excited to tell you about what was going on in their days, but then after that, you ask them, how was school? And they just say, I don't know, or they grunt, or they don't give you an answer that you feel is sufficient to hear how their day was. So I want to give you a couple of reasons that kids don't open up, and that will lead to the tips I have for you if you want your kids to tell you a little bit more about their school day or other things that you are interested in finding out about. Now, I'm sharing this based on what I learned when I was a therapist for kids and teens about why they tend not to open up with parents. So the first reason kids and teens tend not to open up is because when we ask them about school, they don't actually know what we mean, what we want to know. So we say, how was your day? And they're thinking in their head, I don't know, I had PE and I had lunch and I had a math test. They don't exactly know what we want from them. So my advice to you is, instead of asking how was your day, is to actually make this part of a family ritual. So all of you in the family talk about how your day was, but here's the key. Instead of just saying what happened in your day, talk about what it was like for you. So a lot of families will talk about what happened. They'll use the rose and thorn method, or the the pit and peach method, where you talk about one good thing and one bad thing about your day. But take that one step further so your kids open up a little more. Don't just talk about what happened, talk about what it was like. So you also want to be doing some sharing so you can model what this looks like. So you might say something like, I had a meeting today and it was really great for me because XYZ. So you're not just saying what happened, but how you felt about it. That's the first thing you can do, is model what it looks like, the information you're looking for. You model it yourself. The second reason that kids tend not to open up is because after a long day, they don't want to talk about school. That's like the last thing they want to talk about. Just like after you've gotten home from a long day, the last thing you want to think about is what you did in your long day. You just want it to be done. And the same is true for kids. So my suggestion, if you want to find out about school, when they first get home, don't ask them about school. Ask them about the things that they care about. Ask them about the book that they're reading, or the video game that they're playing, or whatever it is that they're interested in at the time. Get them to relax and be comfortable and connect with you first, and then you can ask them about the things that you care about. You can say, so, hey, how was that test today? Or how was it sitting next to that new person in the cafeteria? First connect, and then try to get the information that you want from them. You're more likely to get it. The third reason that kids don't open up does not just apply to school. It applies to everything. And this is a major reason that kids stop opening up to us. And that is because when they open up to us, they don't want our emotions or our response to be bigger than how they feel. This is true when they feel positive about something, and this is true when they feel negative about something. So if your child comes home and they say, hey, I made a new friend at school today, and we say, oh, yay, you made a new friend, and we're more excited than they are, they don't want to deal with that. Same is true if there's something uncomfortable for them. If they say, hey, I'm nervous because my teacher, said something mean to me today. We say, oh, your teacher said something mean to you, what did you do wrong? And we get anxious. They're not going to open up to us when our response is bigger than how they feel. So what you want to do is think about how you are responding. And I'm not saying that you have to become a robot or anything like that, but you do want to make sure that if you want your kids to continue to open up to you, that they don't feel like they have to hold on to your emotions. They can barely handle their own emotions. They don't want to handle all of the energy that comes off of us when we're either overexcited or anxious or judgmental. So really just try to watch your response and make it somewhat even with what they are going through or how they told you about it. And you're much more likely to get them to open up. So again, what you want to remember is that they may not know exactly what you want, and you don't just want to tell them what you want to hear, you want to model it. You also don't want to ask them about school right after school when they don't feel like talking about it, and you don't want your emotions to be way bigger than the way they're feeling about a situation. If you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to me at rachel@rachel-bailey.com. I'll see you next time.